Hey guys, my name's Alberto, aka Destroyer 48. Welcome to my Destroyer movie channel. Subscribe, like, and share, and comment, and blah blah blah. Who cares? F the world for its corruption. F stands for forget. All right. If you're here for my movie review of Full Metal Jacket, you're in the right place. Here it is. It says on top, "Born to Kill." I need to address something. Y'all are probably gonna get turned off by it, but I need to be honest about something. It's good. This is a Vietnam War film, and it's the right time to bring this up. Because I did a live stream, and I had a gun. Like that's the point. I can't bring the gun. I was gonna use a gun as a prop for for this. It's a Nerf gun. It was a Nerf gun. It's not a real gun. I'm looking at it right now, and I can't bring it out because I'm gonna get in trouble with YouTube. I might even just be getting in trouble just for saying YouTube's name. But I'm looking at this gun, and it's color orange, red, and blue. I got in trouble for bringing out a prop, a Nerf gun prop, a Nerf gun, or it's an X shot, same thing, Nerf gun. It's a dart gun. I got in trouble for bringing out a firearm on here. I don't care if they take my videos down, whatever. I do this, I don't get paid for this. I do this for free. It's not like I'm getting paid for this. And they're probably gonna take down the video of this. I don't even know if it's gonna go through. But so basically they're calling my Nerf X shot gun, whatever you want to call it, it's a dart gun, a firearm. Arm fire for one thing doesn't shoot fire. The fire doesn't come out of the barrel. The dart comes out. Another thing, real guns are they're metal. They're black. They're painted black. So I don't know if they're gonna take this video down too. Those soldiers back there, are those considered firearms? Those guns are holding right there. I have to put that on. You know, we as YouTube creators have to put up props so you guys won't get bored of just seeing us. And if it wasn't for that or the tank over here, I have blank walls. Well, anyways, let's get started with the review. I don't know, man. I can't say anymore because I'm gonna get in trouble. I probably already said enough. But let's get started with hopefully this video gets off the floor. If it does, comment and tell me, hey, this video made it, because it may be taken out too. Am I considering those little guns on those soldiers' firearms? I'm not gonna say anymore because I'm already in trouble as it is. I can't say more. I'll get in trouble. But let's get started. And my movie review of the Vietnam movie Full Metal Jacket. All right, it starts off in the beginning. We got they're showing soldiers getting their head shaved. They're about to get pretty sure they're drafted, and they're gonna go into to the Marines, and not the Army, the Marines. So they get their head shaved. They show several boys, looks like, getting their hair shaved to go to the Army. So they make it to the barracks, Paris Island. I'm surprised I remember the name. Paris Island's the island where they're training Marines. You got the sergeant there. I think it's Sergeant Harris. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he's introducing himself, already yelling at the trainees, the to be soldiers, and he runs into Joker. Joker's making jokes. The sergeant punches Joker in the stomach. Remember that part. And he's picking on the drill sergeant is picking on soldiers, picking on this guy called Lawrence. It's a tall guy. And he's like, "What's your name, Lawrence? Lawrence of Arabia?" That's funny. And he decides to call him Gomer Pyle based on I think it's a '60s show. Gomer Pyle, if y'all don't know, it's a fictional character that acts like a doofus. So Harris is training up these soldiers. or to be soldiers, these trainees. I don't know what you call them, trainees. To be soldiers. Um, and he it looks like Gomer Pyle. He's overweight. To me, he's not that overweight, but he's considered overweight. He's struggling. He doesn't seem to be very bright, and the sergeant is drilling him hard. Excuse the pun. At one point, they're all outside and they're doing drills, and I guess Gomer Pyle can't do the drills right. He doesn't know left from right. Harris starts smacking him left and right. This is your left. This is your right, and it shows the troops marching in formation, and they have Gomer Pyle with his pants, walking with his pants down behind them, and having a thumb in his mouth. And I mean, you have to feel sorry for the guy, even if you don't have a heart. You really have to feel sorry for him. There's another point where they do the same thing to him. These trainee soldiers, I guess we'll call them, they're in formation again, and they're doing exercises, and they have Gomer Pyle again with his thumb in his mouth, with his hat backwards, while the troops are, it's humiliating in front of the troops while the troops are doing exercises. One of my favorite parts is the it's in the morning. They're all asleep. The bugle sounds. They turn on the lights. All the drill sergeants come in, and and I believe the sergeant tells Cowboy and Joker to go clean the head, which is the restrooms, all the toilets there. And then the sergeant asks Joker, "Do you believe in the Virgin Mary?" And then Joker says, "No, sir, no, sir." Oh my gosh! The sergeant throws the trash can that he had in his hand, and he says, "Did I hear you say you don't like the Virgin Mary?" And Joker's like, "That's a negative, sir, kind of deal." And then the sergeant slaps Joker in the face, and Joker admits, "The more you hit me, the more in the way they talk is like, yes, sir, no, sir. If you instructor ask me again, something like that. I'm gonna keep saying no, negative, sir." And the sergeant calls another soldier called Private Snowball, and he says, "No, I think he asked who's your team leader, something like that." Joker says Private Snowball, and the sergeant's like, "You've been replaced by Joker. He's a new team leader." He says that Joker's ignorant, but 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 he has guts, and guts is enough. And he tells he tells Private Snowball, "Go back, get lost, scumbag." So I like that part. I don't know, I really do. It's really cool. I guess I like it because it shows that Joker has a lot of courage. um, Gomer Pyle's struggling still. The sergeant gets. I'm sorry, the sergeant's name's Hartman. It's not Harris, it's Hartman. See if I don't forget. But Gomer Pyle's still struggling with the drills and all that. And Sergeant Hartman gets Joker to teach Gomer Pyle how to do the drills and do everything correctly. And so Joker does. Pyle still struggles at one point, and he's missing up. Oh yeah, because they found a jelly donut in his foot locker, and he got in trouble for that. And they make Gomer Pyle eat the donut, which he wasn't supposed to do, and everybody has to do push-ups after that. Then At night, when they're sleeping, Gomer Pyle's in his, he's on the top bunk. They put the sheets around him where he can't move. And they all get like socks full of bars of soap or something like that. And they start hitting Gomer Pyle in the stomach. And Gomer Pyle's crying. Poor guy. Um, as time goes on, you start seeing that Gomer Pyle's getting crazier and crazier. Um, they call out everybody. Everybody graduates, even Gomer Pyle. I remember the sergeant. He's like, he calls out Gomer Pyle to answer him. Gomer Pyle, did you forget your effing name? Sir, yes, sir, or something like that. He finally responds. Then after that, Joker draws Firewatch, which means he's the only one dressed, and he's gonna look after everybody while they sleep. Joker goes to the head once again. That's the restroom, and he finds Gomer Pyle with a loaded rifle. One I can't bring on YouTube. I'm just kidding. One I can't bring on YouTube. Again, I hope you all are watching this video. Anyways, Gomer Pyle is in the restroom after hours, and he has a loaded rifle. And Joker's trying to talk him down, like, hey, put the rifle away. He has a full magazine, and he has live ammo. Gomer Pyle continues to go crazy. He starts doing, this is my rifle. There's many like it, but this one's mine. He starts yelling all this stuff, like words they yell out in drills. And Sergeant Hartman, he comes out. Everybody wants to get out of their bunks. Everybody's like, what's going on in the dark? Sergeant tells them, get back in your bunks. And then the sergeant goes with Joker and Gomer Pyle. And the sergeant asks Joker, why aren't you stomping him right now? He has what's all this Mickey Mouse stuff going on? Joker's like, I would like to advise the drill instructor that Gomer Pyle has a full loaded magazine, live ammo, and and then Sergeant Hartman says, "Give me that rifle right now." Didn't your mommy give enough attention or something like that? And then Gomer Pyle, he points the rifle at Sergeant Hartman. Sergeant Hartman gets closer, and Gomer Pyle shoots Hartman in the chest, killing Sergeant Hartman like instantly. And Joker's like, calm down, he already killed this guy. And then Gomer Pyle turns the rifle on himself, puts it in his mouth, pulls the trigger, and he's a goner. He is dead as well. Then the scene changes from that, and it changes to Vietnam. And now we're in Vietnam now. And it shows a prostitute walking down the street. And then you got Joker and this guy called Rafter Man. That is with Joker. And the prostitute walks down, like saying stuff like, you got a girlfriend in Vietnam? And they start negotiating. She wants to charge them, usually always starts off at $15 each, because for the prostitute to service them. If you know what I mean, that's what everybody says here on YouTube. You got a girlfriend? She's saying she's excited. She's telling him she's excited and stuff. And they go from $15 to $10 to her services. I think they get to $5 finally. I like that line that Joker says. Joker says, my mom only lets me spend $5. they're talking and talking and stuff, and Rafterman's taking pictures of Joker and this Vietnamese prostitute. And then there's it looks like a Vietnamese civilian. This short Vietnamese civilian comes by, takes steals Rafterman's camera while he's taking photos, and he runs. He throws the camera to this other guy that's on a bike in traffic, and and he does some kung fu moves. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Before he goes, I guess a defense thing showing off. And then Joker mocks him, like tries to do kicks and whatever, and he can't. That guy goes with the other guy on the motorcycle and they take off. After that, now we got Joker. They didn't put him in a regular outfit. They put him in a journalistic outfit called Stars and Stripes, the military paper. And they're there at some base. We're at all these journalists, and he's there at a meeting, and they have a superior officer that's I guess in charge of the Stars and Stripes newspaper, and Joker just says jokes there and stuff, and this boss of his, military boss, is just telling him how to. He runs the paper, and he tells him how to say how to write correctly in their stories and everything. He keeps correcting them. um, then we got one of my favorite parts. Joker and his fellow military journalists, they're in camp, they're in a tent, they're saying jokes at each other. Joker likes to imitate John Wayne, the old classic cowboy from the 50s, 60s, 70s, John Wayne. Joker says, a day without blood is a day without sunshine, stuff like that. He's saying jokes back and forth or roasting each other with some other soldier. I think the guy's name's Payback. The one that's saying jokes back and forth with a Joker. I think his name's Payback. I think. So they're telling each other stuff. They're making fun of each other, saying jokes and all that. And then they hear bombs outside, and it's like, is it coming? Outcoming? It's incoming. So there's an attack. They all get their backpacks and guns, and I would demonstrate right here with my gun, but I can't do it. Not even with my Nerf gun. So they get their backpacks and their machine guns, and they run outside, and they go into like a little bunker kind of deal. And I like when Joker gets a big gun, and everybody else is carrying looks like M16s. But I guess Joker has I think it's the M60, the big gun, and they're on that bunker and they're waiting. They're in their little bunker thingy. They've already sounded the alarm, and then comes in a truck, an enemy truck, and all of them. I don't know. Did I mention Joker says I'm not ready for this? I don't know. If I mentioned. I like that part. So, anyways, the enemy truck comes in. Joker and his fellow journalists, Marines, they start shooting at the truck, blowing the truck up, and then we got Vietnamese soldiers running, and they're shooting and killing the Vietnamese that are running at them, shooting back at them, and they kill all of them pretty quick. Um, and it's done. They're like ceasefire. They killed all the enemy Vietnamese soldiers, probably NVA or Viet Cong. Then it comes up morning. They show that they rounded up some prisoners, Vietnamese prisoners, enemy Vietnamese prisoners. And I think Payback's one's limping. I never forget that. The guy that Joker was saying rap battles, or not rap battles, but saying jokes back and forth with. And then it shows that they're back with their journalist, military boss. The boss is saying it's like it's gonna be a Tet offensive, and They're all under attack. Even Hue, the city of Hue, in South Vietnam, that one's been hit badly. And he's saying that there's a lot of battles still going on. And then that's the funny part. Everybody probably remembers it. Does that mean that Joker says, does that mean Aunt Margaret's not coming over? Aunt Margaret, believe it's a beautiful actress from the 60s that she was going to come to Vietnam, but she's been canceled. Duh, but that's the joke. She's not going to come because it's all these battles. More likely she's not coming anymore. The boss rags on Joker. Why you have a peace symbol on? It's like, what are they? He says, Joker, what is it gonna look like if they find you dead with a peace symbol? And then Rafterman, Joker's comrade friend, asking, I go, oh yeah, they're gonna send Joker an assignment, and then that's when their boss asks Joker, he tells him, well, you're gonna go on an assignment. Rafterman, Joker's comrade and friend, asks, can I go along? And Joker's like, no, I don't want to bring you along. He had said it before. If you die out here, your mom's gonna kill me. But their boss says, no, take him. You gotta take him. So Joker takes Rafterman with him. He doesn't want to, but they already instructed him to do so. So we got Joker and Rafterman. They're in a helicopter, and they're with his. It's like one of those banana helicopters, I think. And they have this. It's not the small one; it's a big one. And they have like an M60 attached to it inside the helicopter, and they're flying over Vietnamese that live out in the boonies, and this crazy helicopter guy is shooting them, and they're all running and stuff. Poor guys, man. I tell you. Excuse me. And the guy's like, you should write, that crazy guy in the machine gun, the helicopter goes, you should write a story about me. He's like, why? Because I'm so effing good. So he's crazy and stuff. So they get Rafterman and Joker get dropped off. They're walking on the street. There's a lot of military trucks and hardware and tanks going by. They run into, I believe it's another sergeant. He's walking on the street with alongside the tanks and the trucks. And he's saying that he's Joker tells him he's looking for Cowboy. Cowboy's one of the main guys that went to camp at the island with Joker, or training camp. And but this sergeant tells him, hey, there's been stuff going on. They're killing a lot of innocent civilians. And then they show Joker and Rafterman. They reroute and they go somewhere else. And the sergeant had told them where to go, where to find where they killed a lot of innocent Vietnamese. The NVA, the bad Vietnamese, killed these innocent people. So they show a grave with all these bodies covered with lime. I really don't know why they're covered in lime. And then Joker is talking with another soldier, a higher ranking, a lieutenant, I believe. Lieutenant says that these the NVA went in disguise and they went to go talk to these Vietnamese. They told them if they want to join some kind of meeting, re-education meeting, whatever, and they showed up and they got killed. Some got buried alive, they said. General gets mad at... A general comes along and gets after Joker while they're doing this interview. And getting after him for saying having a board to kill signed on his helmet. And has a peace symbol. And you get after Joker for that. And Joker just says whatever. Then Joker and Rafterman, after that, they go reroute again, and they go back to go look for Cowboy. And they keep asking, where's Cowboy? Where's his they keep asking people, where's this group of soldiers, where Cowboy's at? And they lead them into I guess it's like a house. And Joker finds Joker finds Cowboy. He introduces him with Rafter Man, and that's where Joker hugs Cowboy. He never thought they were gonna see each other again, and then Joker gets to meet Mother, a really huge guy. He has to be like 6'6", 6'9", I don't know, 6'7", somewhere around there. And they call him Mother. They start doing jokes at each other too, just like Joker did before. They meet Doc. They meet all these other soldiers. Um, that's why they had the song "Bule Bule" come out. It goes really nice. It's from the '60s or something. It goes with the movie. So it's still that song's still playing while he's Joker and Rafterman meeting the new soldiers and Cowboy. Uh, After that, they're gonna go on patrol. Not patrol. They're gonna hit the city away. They're gonna they're going to join military combat missions and stuff they gotta be doing. Uh, so they go out in a platoon. They start off with tanks at first, and when they're with the tanks, their sergeant gets killed while they're entering the city. He gets killed by bombs, and then somebody else takes over. Um, and their first action they show is that there's somebody shooting from a building. Then everybody starts shooting at the building, the whole platoon, trying to kill, I guess what it would be a sniper. They destroy the building, so I guess the snipers killed. They show another part where they're walking down the street, and they show this part. What gets me, one of the soldiers has his M16. He's reloading, and then across the street, probably like 50 yards out or something, four Vietnamese, looks like enemy soldiers, run across. He doesn't get to kill them, but two more. The last two that run and lag behind running across, he kills those. I'm like, man, too bad he couldn't kill the first four. Those are four potential soldiers that can kill American soldiers. The only thing around there, that's what they play. They show the song. Everybody knows about the bird, bird. You gotta watch it with copyright. And it shows that one of those Benalla helicopters landing. It shows them with the tanks. They're still in operations. That they're hiding behind some wall. The tanks are shooting away. There's a film crew filming them. They're saying like I could be a rock in this movie, and I can be Anne Margaret. Somebody says I could be General Custer, and they're like, it is like Cowboy Indian the movie or something. They're like, we'll let the Vietnamese be the Indians. um, they have a part where the journalists are talking to them, and they're just answering questions and stuff. Some of them are cussing, which probably won't come out in the in their video movie journalist thing. Rafterman keeps taking pictures. That's his job. Um, at one point, there's an Arvin soldier. Those are the good soldiers, so supposedly, but they get criticized throughout here, saying they don't do anything, that they don't help the Americans. He's driving a little moped with a young girl. I don't know how old she is. She looks like she's in her teens or young 20s. I don't know. And it turns out she's a prostitute. They're gonna pass her on. This is my favorite part. This is a guy movie. Because this part you may not want to show to a woman. She's very sensitive. Don't show it to her, especially if you're on a date and you're getting to know a girl. Because to me it's funny. I'm a guy, whatever, but but Cowboy's talking funny like he's a Apache Indian, because they say, hey, they start again with $15. The Arvin, good South Vietnamese soldier, is selling her off, starting at $15. And then Cowboy, I like the part, says, $15 buku money. I think buku means a lot in Vietnamese. And like, no, $5 each. No, $10. Start negotiating. Um, she doesn't want to do it, not to be racist, but she doesn't want to do it with a black guy. Because for reasons I can't say here, because I'll get in trouble again. Um, but the black gentleman tells her, hey, it'll be great, let's do it, whatever. She's like, okay. And while they're making fun of this girl and everything, Mother does use the N word. So if you get offended with the N word, don't watch this movie. So the African American guy, I'll say it correctly this time, he's gonna take her first, but Mother comes along and says the N word to him, and then takes the girl away, and he's gonna have with the girl, but it looks like they're all gonna they're all gonna get in the action when they get their turn. Hey, that's the way the movie goes. What it is what it is. I do feel bad for the girl, but I mean, I don't know. You have to feel for the girls. Some of these girls are raised into prostitution, but like I say, what it is, what it is. Moving on. After that, now they're into combat. They show a soldier from Cowboy's platoon. I think this guy is in charge, but he goes to pick up at what it looks like an Easter bunny. That's what it looks like. He picks it up, and it turns out it's a booby trap, and it blows him away. They try to save him. He's dead, and they say that Cowboy is now in charge of the platoon. Cowboy and the rest of the platoon with Joker, Rafterman, everybody else, Mother. They get to this wall, and they're talking about they're lost. And Cowboy's talking with one of the soldiers, saying where they should go. They have the map and everything. And they say they're going to change course. They're going to change course. And the soldier that's talking to Cowboy, he's going to go out and see if it's okay to keep walking. He goes walking on yonder between buildings, and he gets blasted. And he gets wounded. And there's a chance that they don't know it's a sniper, a lot of soldiers. But whoever shot him probably did it on purpose, because they just don't, they shoot him once, and then they take their time and keep shooting him in the foot, killing him slowly. And then at one point, Cowboy's like, we don't know, it's a lot of people, whatever. He requests for tanks to come in so they could try to destroy the enemy before they kill more of the troops. And Cowboy already knows, he said, because everybody's, at one point they start shooting. Every time they shoot the soldier, the wounded soldier out there, they start shooting at buildings, wasting ammo. Cowboy says, you're wasting your ammo. Everybody says, let's go get him. And at one point, a doc goes to get the wounded soldier, and he gets nailed too. He's getting shot as well, dying out there. So now we got two wounded soldiers. Mother wants to just one ahead of it, like, because Cowboy says we need to move on, and then because Cowboy also says he's doing that to be picking us one soldier at a time. He says, I've seen this before, Cowboy says. And Mother's like, screw y'all, I'm going to go get him. Mother goes to go get the wounded soldiers. Once again, everybody starts shooting. Cowboy's gonna get some couple of soldiers to go out with them, but Joker and Rafterman says we're going too, so they all go running out and they give cover fire. No, first I'm sorry, Mother goes out by himself first, and they give him cover fire. Uh, Mother asks one of the wounded soldiers, "Hey, where's the sniper?" They point, and when he points, the sniper shoots at him. And Mother's the one that finds out it's just one sniper. There's not a lot of soldiers out there because he ran out there and he scouted the area. That's when Cowboy runs out. He's supposed to run with a couple, but Joker and Rafterman want to run out, so there's like a total of 5 or 6 of them, including Mother, something like that. They all, I think at this point they throw the smoke grenade so to get cover so they can move more, and they get to beside a building. Rafterman's gonna make a phone call, I think, to call in more tanks or something, but he's exposed at a building where there's a crack in the building where there's a hole where the sniper can see Cowboy. Sniper shoots through the hole and kills Cowboy. They try to save him, but the other soldiers take him out. Mother lays cover fire at the enemy position, and they try to save Cowboy and they don't. And it's kind of cool because you see all 5, um, the other surviving soldiers carry Cowboy in some kind of, it's like a tent blanket thingy that they carry him with. They put it under him and they take him away. Cowboy dies. Uh, Mother and the rest of the soldiers, they split up, and then they go into, some of them. Joker goes into a building. Rafterman, I believe, he goes in a building too, but he goes after with Mother. Stands alone. Uh, Joker sees, I think he makes a noise, clicking getting his M16 ready, and then he sees that the sniper it's a female. It's a short female. She comes after Joker shooting at him. Joker cannot shoot back at his weapon because his weapon, it got jammed. It appears, and Joker starts taking out his gun. The enemy sniper, female sniper, is zeroing in on Joker, shooting, and Joker's hiding behind a wall, and she's going after him, and she's got him, but somebody blows her away from the back. They shoot her from the back, and it turns out to be Rafterman. Rafterman goes securing the perimeter, starts taking all the doors, whatever, and he goes to Joker. Then they call the rest of the soldiers that they got the sniper. Now, this female Vietnamese soldier is on the floor and she's saying stuff in Vietnamese. Joker says she's praying. Rafterman starts making fun of Joker, and Mother's there. They're all there. They went in pursuit of this sniper, and mother's like, "Let's go," and Joker says no, and then the mother's telling Joker, "You're fresh out of friends because Cowboy died," and Joker thinks that mother's thinking Joker wants to run the squad, and Joker says, "I'm not trying to run the squad. I'm just saying we can't leave her there." Um, and they're like, "What are you gonna do?" Joker takes out a gun. They're like, mother's like, "Do it," and Joker. I do like this part. It is gruesome, but it's hardcore. I think at one point, mother says, "Leave her for the rats." He's probably really still, of course, mad that she killed his friends, and Joker ends up shooting her. Rafterman still making fun of Joker. Somebody says hardcore. I don't know what's Rafterman. That Joker just, because I'm pretty sure it's not easy to kill somebody that can't defend themselves at the time at point range. Rafter says, you're the badass of ugly or something," and he's laughing. And I do like the part. It is hardcore, but I like when Rafterman says, "I blew her away." Gets this gun. "I blew her away." I like that part. Um, And then it shows at the end that they have moved on. They're marching along. I don't know. It's very smart. They're singing the Mickey Mouse Club song. Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse. Better high, high. I don't know the words, but boys and girls. It sounds really cool, but I mean, if I were in war, I don't think I'd be screaming and singing in the middle of the night, and you just see fire where the fire is making them visible, where an enemy sniper can, another sniper can start shooting them or enemy soldiers. I don't think that's smart. Oh, I almost forgot. And then at the end, it gives one of my favorite songs, probably my favorite song from the '60s. I think it's from the '60s, "Painted Black" by the Rolling Stones. You gotta see the video. It's really the Rolling Stone videos. I know it's not. Well, it has to do with Full Metal Jacket because this song comes out at the end, and it comes right after the movie ends. The Rolling Stones, "Painted Black." I love that song. Um, and that's the end of Full Metal Jacket. It is one of my favorite movies. I really like it. Now I'm gonna give you my comments in it, even though I've already went 40 minutes. I'm only supposed to go like 15 minutes, really, to get more viewers, but I don't care. I when I get into a movie, I go all out. If you really like this movie, you watch my movie reviews all the way to the end. Because I too like to other watch other people's movie reviews. So if you all watching me, I don't blame you because I watch other people's movie reviews too. Anyways, my final comments. The soundtrack is awesome. They show Bule Bule, um, and then everybody knows about the bird, bird. That song that's really cool. The tanks, I love the tank, the way the tanks look. Sometimes, like in World War II, sometimes like the Polish people, they had stupid looking kind of weird tanks. I don't know. I don't think it's the M1 tank. I don't know. They look like the M1 tank. Look like that tank right there. It kind of looks like it. The tanks look awesome. The American tanks. Um, People don't get mad at me, but I like. Well, not. I'll mention it a little bit, but the bunker scene is pretty cool. Where they're in the bunker shooting at enemy soldiers, starting the Tet Offensive. What else? Of course, I'm not going to order, but where they're at Paris Island, they're training. Where they, man, the part with Gomer Pyle, it just blows me away because they when they the parts where they act him having like a little kid. I mean, they have his where they're marching and they have Gomer Pyle with his hat backwards. He's carrying his gun like a rifle like a little boy, which I can't do anymore here. He has his pants down and he's walking behind the soldiers marching. That's very humiliating. I kind of like it because it's hardcore, but at the same time, I don't like it because I feel sorry for him. And then they have him sitting also with his thumb in his mouth, with his hat backwards, like a little kid again. Very humiliating. I really don't know. I know they humiliate you in the army when you're in training, but I don't know if they go that far. I remember my dad. My dad passed away sometime back, 18 years. It's been a while, but he told me that he saw that movie. He said they don't do that in the military. I don't know. You never know. I would not doubt it if they did do that sometimes. I'm pretty sure they don't do it nowadays. Because nowadays they're even more strict about everything more. Uh, let's see. The training's cool. Seeing the trains, the Marines training. Yeah, that Sergeant Hartman, he's hardcore, man. Yeah, I had a baseball coach that was like tough like a football coach that acted like that. Um, uh, Gomer Pyle, I wish that he had made it to Vietnam. I want to see, I'd rather have him go to Vietnam and see how he acted. But he didn't even make it there because he committed suicide, putting the rifle in his mouth. Let's get to the Vietnam stuff, the Vietnam War stuff. The Battle of Hue, one of my favorite uh, battles, especially in the Vietnam War. Um, I'm surprised. I don't remember that showing the Huey helicopters. Huey helicopters are smaller helicopters. They showed more of the banana helicopters. So that was weird. Um, Joker wrote saying jokes with back and forth with mother. That was pretty cool. I was gonna say the prostitution part was really funny. Oh, the prostitute in the battle of Hue, not the prostitute in the beginning. Oh, she was funny too. The one where it starts when they're in Vietnam. You like to party? Give you what I get? Anything? She says anything you want. Talking with Joker. That part was funny. I forgot to mention that. But the prostitute that comes with the Arvin soldier in the battle of Hue, where they're gonna, I don't know, get with her. If you know what I mean. Their mother's the first in line. You know what I mean. They're gonna take turns on her, and they always rate. They always start from $50 to $5. Joker's really funny. That's one of my favorite parts. Not Joker. Cowboy's really funny doing the Indian chief negotiating voice. $15, too much money. Buku or something like that. That is super funny, man. My favorite. That's one of my favorite parts. That's hilarious. It's like he's acting like an Indian chief during the Vietnam War. um, it's kind of that, and then the part where they're going out with the tanks. I'm reversing, and they take out the general. The general. I can't even talk. The sergeant. I'm sorry. He gets blown away by a bomb or something, or a grenade launcher. But it turned, and right after that, and they're going with the tanks. Right after that, that's where they go after the building where they think the suspected sniper is, and they start shooting at the sniper in that building to blow it away. Those are my favorite parts. I'm not gonna say when they're along the wall is my favorite part because it's sad that they're getting shot. Uh, the snipers picking out one by one before they kill the sniper. That is not my favorite part. I mean, it's a good part. It's a good story, but it's not my favorite. I like more to see the tanks and stuff. I like bunkers. So when they're in the bunkers, I like that stuff. Um, so overall, the soundtrack is great. The prostitution parts are funny. Bunkers, tanks. I already ran into said that. The helicopters are ugly, except for the bullet part when the helicopter's taking off. Helicopter's still ugly, but I love the song. It just they just go really well. The soundtrack goes the 70s, 60s soundtrack goes very well with the movie. Um, I'll go back one more time about the when they're in Paris Island training the Marines. It's pretty cool. I don't know. Um, the Gomer Pyle when they're treating them bad, it's just kind of hard to take. But sometimes, let's let the. I'm like, let my bad part, rebellious part, enjoy it. Even though I feel sorry for the guy. Part of me likes it. They're treating him bad. The bad part of me, the rebellious part, but the good part of me is saying, man, poor guy. So I'm gonna grade at the end at this. I'm gonna grade it because I'm already been going. I'm only gonna go 50 minutes on this. Hopefully this video gets out. Hopefully I'm not. They let me raise this video. Um, I'm gonna grade it. I'm gonna give it my best grade ever, which is an A plus plus plus. I give this an A plus plus plus. It's one of my favorite movies, Full Metal Jacket. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the review right there, and I'm gonna leave you with this. The world will never be a perfect place, but we can all make it better. Till next time. My name's Alberto, aka Destroyer 48. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and comment. Blah blah blah. Who cares? F the world. F this corrupted world. And F stands for forget. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you guys. Don't forget to watch it and watch it later. Bye. God bless you. Take care.